It says out of 4,500 candidates eligible for a competitive exam, 135 candidates have prior experience of working in IT industry in India only. 1/4 of the total number of candidates has prior experience of working in IT industry in foreign only. Right? So if you see, we are talking about IT industry, work X in IT industry, India only and foreign only. India only and then foreign only. Then it says 12% of the total number of candidates have prior experience of working in service sector in foreign only. Alright. And 2% of the total number of candidates have prior experience of working in service sector in India only. So basically we have talked about two industries, IT and service industry. I mean IT sector and service sector, India only, foreign only so far. Right. So you can think of what kind of a table can be made out of it, right? Then it says 1,080 candidates have worked in IT industry in both India and foreign. Okay, 1,080 candidates have worked in IT industry in both India and foreign. Okay, so this is IT industry, both India and foreign. Then 15% of the total number of candidates have worked in both IT industry . 15% of the total number of candidates have worked in both IT industry and service sector in foreign only. Okay, this is getting complex now. 15% of the total number of candidates have worked in IT industry, both IT and service, in foreign only. 180 candidates have worked in both IT and service sector in India only. The remaining candidates have no prior experience of working in both industries. So if you try and observe, try and understand, it's not a regular case set or a case study, case-led or a case study where you can draw overlapping, Venn diagram, try to fill the leaves, individual components and so on, right? Because there are multiple attributes here. One is he's talking about experience in IT, experience in service sector, then experience in India and experience in foreign. And there is different type of overlapping. Like for example, IT with India only, IT with foreign only. Service sector with India only, service sector with foreign only. Up to that it was fine. But then it says both IT and service sector in India, both IT and service sector in foreign. And then at one point it also says only IT in both India and foreign. You're getting it? So it's crossing diagonally as well. That is the reason the diagram that you draw has to be, done neatly, or the table that you make. It's basically different numbers. You have to have a list of numbers. Right? And towards the end it says the remaining candidates have prior experience of working in both industries. Remaining candidates meaning from total 4,500, subtract all these numbers, you'll get the remaining candidates. So either make a list of all the different combinations he has given and put the numbers and find out the difference to get the final no experience candidates. Or if you want to draw a diagram, you can also draw that. But the diagram has to be drawn carefully, which I will show you how to do. Right? So I think from what I understand, the best way to draw the diagram here would be as follows. See, there are, this is a typical diagram which even I have not drawn so far. This is the first time I'm drawing something like this. Let me just see if it works. So let's say this is IT and this is service sector. Then, something like this. Remember, these are not overlappings. The small rectangles that you say are not, this is not overlapping. It's just to understand the items properly. So IT and services done, then let's say India and foreign. Okay, India and foreign. So now if you observe the items here, what is this section? IT in India only. Again, remember this is only. This is India only, this is foreign only. So this component here would mean IT in India only. This would mean services in India only. This would mean IT in foreign only. This would mean services in foreign only. Now if you observe this box, this is both IT and service. You see this box is my understanding is this box here is IT and services both in India only. Right? This box is IT and services both in foreign only. If you look at this box, this is IT in both India and foreign. This is services in both India and foreign. Okay. Now some of these boxes may be empty also. We do not know. We'll have to just fill the numbers now. So I think this diagram would make things simple, right? And of course, anybody who falls outside will be no experience guys. Total is 4,500. The total is 4,500, right? Now try to fill the gaps. First point, 12% of total number of candidates have prior experience of working, sorry, it starts here itself, right? 135 candidates have prior experience of working in IT in India only. 130 is 4,500. What is 1/4 of 4,500? It will be 1,000 plus 125, 1125. 1125 candidates have prior experience of working in IT in foreign only. 1125 IT foreign only. So 1125 will come here. IT foreign only. Next, 12% of total number of candidates have prior experience of working in service sector in foreign only. 12% service sector foreign only. Service sector foreign only is 12%. 12% of 4,500 will be 450 plus 9540. This would be 540. You understand? This 12% will be equivalent to 540. Next it says 2%. 2% of 4,500 is 90. 90 candidates have prior experience of working in service sector in India only. Service sector India only is 90. Right? Service sector India only is 90. Okay. Next, 1,080 candidates have worked in IT industry in both India and foreign. 1,080 have worked in IT in both India and foreign. So both India and foreign, IT is 1,080. So this is 1,080. Remember, there is nothing common between 1,080 and 135 or 1,080 and 1125. These 135 were India only. This 1125 is foreign only. This 1,080 is both India and foreign and in IT. Okay, so don't get confused. Then 15% of total candidates. 15% of 4,500 is how much? 450 plus 225, 675. So 675 here. 675 have worked in both IT and service in foreign only. Both IT and service is this, foreign only, right? Both IT and service, foreign only will be this box. How much is that? 15%. 15% of 4,500 we have discussed 675. This is 675. You getting it? 180 candidates have worked in both IT and service in India only. 180. Both IT and service, India only is 180. Right? And after that, he says remaining candidates have no prior experience of working in both industries. So this is 0. He's not talking about this number. So we can assume that it is 0. We can assume that it is 0 because nowhere he has given that there are any candidates who worked in service sector in both India and foreign. That's not there. So we can take it as 0. Remaining candidates have no prior experience. No experienced candidates. No experienced candidates will be how many? 4,500 minus all these numbers. You have to do that calculation. Okay. So, like I said, either you just make a list of all the different categories here and put the numbers and eventually find out no experienced candidates, or this box can be helpful. This diagram can be helpful. If you try to draw a Venn diagram, then life will become miserable because, you know, there are not one category of attributes. There are two categories of attributes. Usually when you draw a Venn diagram, it's like football, cricket, volleyball. 3 sports of one category. So, you know, 3 items of one category, which is sports. Or India, US, Russia. 3 countries of, 3 countries in one category. The category is countries. Here you see there are 2 categories. IT and services is one category. Then India only, foreign only is another category. So drawing a diagram for that would be, not very easy. So something like this can be tried. Okay, now look at the questions. First of all, no experience. I think no experience is required. We will find out if it is required. For now, let's not waste our time in doing the calculation. Look at the question. How many candidates have prior experience of working in India? Both IT and... See, how many candidates have prior experience of working in India? Both IT industry and service sector together. How many candidates have prior experience of working in India? Now try to observe how many candidates have prior experience of working in India. Anybody who has worked in India, whether it is IT as well as, how many candidates have prior experience of working in India? Both IT industry and service sector together. Both IT industry and service sector together. Yeah, how many candidates have prior experience of working in India, both IT and service sector together? You should take all these numbers. So I think it should be 1080 because 1080 candidates have prior experience of working in India? I mean, foreign also, but they are definitely in India as well. Plus 135. Yes. Plus 180 plus 90 plus 0. The question is simple. How many candidates have prior experience of working in India? Anything that comes in India. He didn't say India only, right? He did not say India only. So don't get confused. If he says India only, then 1080 and 0 cannot be considered. Then only 135 and 180 and 90 should be taken. Right? Now find the sum. 180 and 90 is 270. So 1080 plus 270 will be 1350. 1350 plus 135 will be 1485. 1485, is it there in the options? 1485. Yes, option B will be the answer. Option B will be the answer. Let's go to the next question. I have not found the no experience candidates yet because we will do that only if it is required. How many total candidates have prior experience of working in IT industry? Remember, how many total candidates have prior experience of working in IT? Total candidates who have worked in IT. So all the numbers that come under IT have to be considered here. Have to go back to the table, to the diagram for us to get the numbers. But understand the question. How many total candidates have prior experience of working in IT? Anybody who's in IT, anybody who comes under IT has to be taken. Meaning 135 plus 1080 plus 1125 plus 180 plus 675. Because all these guys have prior experience of working in IT. Whether India only, foreign only, IT along with services, not along with services, doesn't matter. Right? So all these numbers have to be considered. So what are the numbers? 135. Let me add here itself. See, 1125 plus 675 will be 1800. 1800 plus 1080 is 2880. 2880 plus 180 will be 3060. 3060. 3060 plus 135. 3060 plus 135. 3295. Sorry, 3195. Option D is the answer. You getting it? I'll just put the numbers there so they can understand. 135, 180. 135 plus 180 plus 1080 plus 675 plus, there was one more number, 675 plus 1125. That's the answer. It comes out to be 3195. 3195 or 2395? Let me just check the calculation. 675 and 1125 is 1800. 1800 plus 1080 is 2880. 2880 plus 180 will be 3060. 3060 plus 135 is 3195. Correct. Option D will be the answer. Next question. What is the respective ratio of number of candidates who have prior experience of working in IT industry in India only? So all that is rubbish. All we are interested in IT in India only, to the number of candidates who have prior experience of working in service sector in India only. So IT in India only, service sector in India only. What is the respective ratio of number of candidates who have a prior experience of working in IT industry in India only is to service sector in India only? Yes or no? Understand the question carefully. What is the respective ratio of number of candidates who have prior experience of IT in India only, service sector in India only? Now, how do you get that IT in India only is 135? Service sector in India only is 90. What about these 180 guys? These 180 guys have experience in IT as well as service sector. Yeah. So I think IT should be 135 plus 180. Service sector should be 180 plus 90. You're getting it? So your answer should be 135 plus 180 is to 180 plus 90. They're all multiples of 45 actually. So 3 plus 4, 7 and 4 plus 2, 6. 7 is to 6. 7 to 6, option E should be the answer. Okay, I can see many of you have given the answer as 3 is to 2. I think what you have done in taking 3 is to 2 is this. You have done 135 is to 90 because 135 candidates have IT in India only, right? And 90 candidates have service sector in India only. 135 here and this 2%. 90 that you got. But I'm not sure if this should be the answer, or either I think I would have marked option 5, none of this. 7:6, because you are missing out these 180 guys. These 180 guys also have experience in India only. The only point is they have experience in both IT and service. So I'll consider 180 in IT as well and 180 in service sector as well. So if somebody says how many guys have experience of IT in India only, I'll say 135 plus 180. These 180 guys have also worked in India only. They have never worked in foreign and they have experience in IT. Likewise, the same 180 guys have never worked in foreign. They have worked for service also. So total of IT in India only is 135 plus 180. Total of service sector in India only is 180 plus 90. Okay. So answer should be 7:6 and not 2:3. Careful. 2:3 or 3:2, whatever you have marked. Okay. Option 5, none of this is the answer. 7:6 will be the answer. Next question. The number of candidates who have no prior experience of working in any of the two sectors are what percent of the number of candidates who have worked in IT industry in both India and foreign? So first of all, I have to find out no prior experience candidates. Let's go back to the table. We have not done that. No prior experience, no experienced candidates. Do that calculation. So we have to add up everything. I think we have already added all these values, right? We already added all these values. How much did we get? 3,195. 3,195. So I think no experience will be 4,500 minus 3,195 minus 540 minus 90 minus 0, which doesn't make any sense. Yes or no? This is 3,095. This is 540 and 90. So how much is that? 540 and 90 is 630. 3,195 plus 630. So basically this is like 3,200. 3,200 plus 630, 3,830. 3,830. 4,500 minus 3,830 will be 670. But if you have subtracted 5 extra, so add that back, will be 675. Yes. So no experienced candidates are 675. Now go back to the question. What did it say? What is the number of candidates who have no prior experience of working in any kind of the two sectors are what percent of? X is what percent of Y basically. So X here is 675. Is what percent of the number of candidates who have worked in IT industry in both India and foreign? Number of candidates who have worked in IT industry in both India and foreign. IT in both India and foreign. IT in both India and foreign is 1,080, right? 675 by 1,080 into 100. X is what percent of Y? X by Y into 100. How much is that? Do the calculation. Yes or no? 675 have got no prior experience, and IT industry in both India and foreign is 1,080. So 675 by 1,080. Getting it? Somebody says option C 62.5. Yes, it will be 62.5 percentage. Calculation is your lookout. You have to do it. This is 135 into 5. This is 135 into 8. So 5 by 8. 5 by 8 you know is 62.5 percentage. Okay. I'm sure calculation you will do it. The concept has to be clear. How is it 675 and how is it 1,080? 675 are no experienced candidates. 1,080 are the candidates who have got IT industry experience in both India and foreign. This is the last question here. Find the difference between the number of candidates who have prior experience in IT industry in foreign only and the number of candidates who have prior experience in service sector in foreign only. So difference of IT in foreign only and service sector in foreign only. Check that. IT in foreign only. IT in foreign only is 1125. Service sector in foreign only is 540. In fact, IT in foreign only you can say 1125 plus 675. Service sector in foreign only you can say 675 plus 540. But when you take the difference, that 675 anyway gets nullified. It gets cancelled on both the sides. So you can actually directly take 1125 minus 540. You getting it? Strictly, it is this 1125 plus 675 minus 540 plus 675. But this 675 is going to get cancelled because number of candidates of IT experience in foreign only is not just 1125. 1125 is IT in foreign only. 675 is both IT and service in foreign only. Similarly, 540 plus 675. 540 is service sector in foreign only. 675 is both IT and service sector in foreign only, but they can be considered here as well. Anyway, eventually it boils down to what? 1125 minus 540, which comes out to be how much? 460 plus 125. Sorry, yeah, 460 plus 125 is 585. 585 should be the answer. 585 is there, yes, option B. That's the answer.